Okay, so good day class. Good day philosophers. We are now in the lesson 5. So again, this is a express lesson for lesson 5, so that we will have this overview for the content of this lesson. And lesson 5 is about freedom of the human person. Now, in this lesson, we were going to explore how different philosophers and thinkers define freedom and its limits and its roles in human life. So where we're going to see na freedom is not just about doing whatever we want, but also our responsibility, love, and the choices that shape our existence. So before we start, let me ask you a question. What shackles you today? Ayan. So ano kaya yung bagay na na pumipigil sa iyo? Wala kang kalayaan. So anong part ng buhay mo na sa tingin mo ay wala kang kalayaan? Now, for the part of introduction, freedom is an essential part of being human. And it goes beyond physical or economic limitations, because freedom is tied to our reason, to our will, and to our responsibility. It means that we can make choices, but we must also accept the consequences of those choices. So, hindi natin pwedeng tayo yung gagawa ng isang bagay tapos yung consequence isisisi natin sa iba o ipapatik natin sa iba. So, tayo yung gumawa ng isang bagay, kung ano nga yung itinanim mo, yun din yung aanihin mo. Now, for Aristotle, freedom is about reason and will. So, Aristotle teaches us that human beings are rational and reason is a divine characteristic. Now, our will is the instrument of free choice. So, every action has consequences, so that we should be responsible for what we do. Now, for Aristotle, habits or character are never an excuse for immoral conduct. True freedom means using reason and will to make good decisions. So, para kasi sa kanya, yung habits daw natin at yung character natin ay hindi daw excuse to make immoral conduct. Because naniniwala siya na yung true freedom ay makikita at mas ma-experience siya sa paggamit ng tamang reasoning and tamang will to make a good decision. Kaya if you remember doon sa first lesson natin, sabi ko doon, philosophy is not just about the correct way of thinking. Because I do believe that philosophy is also about the correct way of living. Because correct way of thinking will lead to correct way of reasoning. Correct way of reasoning will lead to correct way of response. And correct way of response will lead to correct way of living. Ayan. And the next, si Saint Thomas Aquinas naman, love and spiritual freedom, wherein he emphasizes that human beings can change themselves and their environments for better. Kaya, halimbawa, di ba, kapag may mga birthday, sinasabi, sana wag kang magbago, bla 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 bla. Dapat magbago for a better. So, pagka may birthday celebrant, tinanong kung ano yung wish mo sa kanya, sabihin mo, sana magbago ka, mas lalo ka pang bumait, mas lalo ka pang maging masipag, mas lalo ka pang maging masikap, para mas lalo siyang ma-improve. So, sabi din ni Aquinas, our ultimate destiny is to rise above our ordinary self and aim, sikapin natin ng mas mataas pa. Now, which is, sabi niya, yung immortal state of life. And I think also na our life here are sooner or later gonna be end. But what await us after this is eternal. So, being with God for eternity or separated from Him. Sabi din ni Aquinas, yung chance natin to become higher ay cannot be happen on our own effort alone. So it requires our cooperation with God, because Aquinas remind us that love is the guiding principle of freedom, because God himself is love. And that is a very good explanation. So let's move with Jean-Paul Sartre, which is existential freedom. So sabi niya, yung existentialist philosopher tell us that existence comes from essence, before essence. So this means that we exist first, and then we define ourselves through our choices. So freedom is at the center of authentic existence. So si Sartre also warned us against living in bad faith, which is when we avoid responsibility and blame our circumstances instead of our owning our choices. So when we get here in our world, yun na tayo. Pero nababago tayo by our choices, by what the things that we believe. At yun yung bagay na ipinamumuhay natin. For example, di ba may kasabihan, tell me who your friends are and I'm gonna tell you who you are. So, kung sino kasi yung kasama natin, sooner or later, nagiging ganun tayo. And it shapes our values. Si Jean-Jacques Rousseau, about sa social contract naman, na kung saan ang paniniwala niya that people are born with free and good. Free, ibig sabihin malaya at good talaga, mabuti. But society often corrupts them. So to protect freedom and live peacefully together, people agree to a social contract. So this means giving up some individuals' rights in exchange for protection and order under law. Kaya for Rousseau, true freedom comes from the following laws that we as community gives to ourselves. If you remember doon sa isang lesson natin, yung domains of truth. So we have personal domain of truth, we have social domain of truth, and we have this scientific domain of truth, wherein sabi natin lahat ng truth na yun ay nanggagaling in a specific area. So, kapag hindi nagkaroon kapag nagkaroon ng contradiction, doon sila nagkakagulo. Kaya, there should be higher on that. And we made that conclusion na sabi natin, merong absolute truth. At yung absolute truth, whether the science, whether the personal, or whether the social domain of truth, belief on it, support on it, yung absolute truth mananatiling totoo. So, ito ay totoo sa anumang panahon, sa anumang lugar, at sa anumang pagkakataon. For example, halimbawa, ikaw ay Chinese. Kasi sa China, allowed ang abortion. So, dahil ba allowed sa bansang China ang abortion, magpapa-abort ka na rin? Pupunta tayo doon sa what the absolute truth is saying. So, abortion is a sin. So, ngayon, it doesn't mean kahit kung nasaan kang lugar, ay yung truth na pinaniniwalaan nila ay truth mo na rin. So, with that, naapektuhan kasi yung freedom ng mga tao base dun sa mga lugar kung nasaan din sila at sa paniniwala ng social and even the personal domains of truth. Yan. Sa modern thinkers naman, thinkers are also share their views of freedom. Like si Skinner, sabi niya, our behavior is shaped by the environment and its consequences. So, tama naman kasi kung nasa ang lugar ka, malaki ang chance na maging ganun ka. Si Ayn naman, si Rand, emphasize naman that individual freedom connected to economic freedom and the power of mind. So, it all starts the way you think. The Filipino perspective values harmony, family, and the sense of gratitude called utang na loob. Now, freedom therefore should not be selfish. It must balance yung personal individuality with responsibility to the community. For me, lahat ng bagay pwede mong gawin, but not everything that you want to do is beneficial for you. So, therefore, gawin mo yung mga bagay na sa tingin mo ay merong magandang idudulot sa iyo. Now, to conclude this lesson, freedom is not absolute it. It's always guided by reason, by love, and by responsibility. Different philosophers may define it differently, but all highlight accountability for our choices. So, pwede mong gawin lahat ng bagay, pero hindi lahat ng bagay ay makakabuti sa'yo. So, true freedom respect the rights of others. And I think it seeks truth and goodness. And finally, individual freedom should always harmonize with the community values and moral responsibility ng isang tao. So, if you have questions for this lesson, reach out lang kayo sa ating silid, and also wait for the notification na quiz for this lesson. So, yun lang. Thank you.